Today we're talking about software systems that help you in post-processing. Once you've taken your image, it's the same type of process and it really is built off of the process of film development. Post-processing is the software editing, and some would call it manipulation, of your digital image. After you've taken it, you've imported it into your computer, and then some photographers will run their images through a variety of programs. There really isn't a need to do multiple programs, but some programs offer a stronger ability to push or pull colors better than other programs. And so that's why they use multiple software systems, and they find it better to use one piece of software before another. I'm not going to get into all that in this video. I'm just going to give you a very broad overview of what it is, and then we can come back later and talk about each system, or show you different channels and those channels' best videos on those software installations and applications. But really and truly, because the post-processing setup is very much based off of film processing, you are looking to perform some of the very same method of operations on your images. The film processing was a chemical process, and sometimes used in different chemical baths and water baths to develop the film, and then to transfer that image of film onto paper. And while we probably don't have time in this video to go into all those details, the important part is all of that color or contrast and everything else is already done mostly in camera. The thing about the post-processing in the software is about critiquing or doing those fine little tweaks to get it just right. Now, I don't suggest adding a lot of contrast in post-processing because it'll look added and it won't look right. Contrast, among other things, need to be done in camera with lighting and the proper camera settings. But the software that we have in mind for you, if you want to use these other solutions that are not as well promoted because they just don't have a marketing budget, I've found to be very versatile and worthwhile to look into. This has been touching a little bit on photography, a little bit on post-process, but I really want to talk my wife into coming and talking to you about post-processing. There are a lot of channels out there that have some very good tutorials on Photoshop and on other free software. I will link to the software websites in this video for Adobe and other free software that have public licensing, so that you don't need to buy it. And one of these software platform systems that I've been using since the late 90s. And so it's a very good software. They've been updating it for over 20 years and keeping it up to date. It's actually strong enough that, in my opinion, not necessarily my wife's, but in my opinion, this free software system, which is called GIMP, New Image Manipulation Program, is what the name stands for, as an acrostic or an abbreviated title. It's so powerful, and it's made for so many different operating system platforms that not only is it as versatile in what it can be installed on, it's nearly as versatile, or in some ways more so, than Photoshop. Now, Photoshop has some benefits to it, like being connected to Adobe stock images, but it's not that hard to go pull a stock image offline or pull a stock image from online and then import that into your image. But it's seamless, and Adobe has done some things to make it a lot easier to do so in Photoshop. I've never found it worthwhile to pay a monthly subscription and then a monthly subscription for the stock image access as well. So I've I've always preferred to do things inexpensively, which is another reason why links I include in my description are always with that consideration in mind, getting a quality item without putting out a lot of expense that's not necessary. So keep that in mind as you're going through and doing a lot of these things. Do you want to pay for software? Do you want to pay for access within that software? Do you want to use something that's free and just as powerful? There's a lot of Adobe software systems available, but there are as many same purposes of software that have the same abilities and the power, computing power behind it to be able to edit and create the look and the finished product that you're looking for, which Adobe is capable of, but these free software installed applications are just as capable and just as strong. So I'll include my top 3 free software systems in there for you. In fact, I may even throw a free 4th in there, which is a 3-dimensional animation creator. I don't know exactly what y'all are involved with, but if you wanted to add some things in, if you're doing video and you're getting some photography experience with this channel, then I'll throw that in there as well for you. It's a very robust system, even for being a publicly licensed software system. The creators and the coders are very generous with their time and research to be able to code and bring solutions into these free softwares that are available in these software systems created by these companies with huge budgets. So rabbit trail off of backgrounds. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you again soon. Please subscribe, like, and comment down below.